My name's Helen. I'm a 46-year-old single barren spinster, and I identify as having had a brain injury all my life. I have been living independently since I was 19 and only found out about my brain injury when I was 34 years old. I think there have been times in my life where clutter has been maybe part of my brain injury and I was unaware. Just maybe things were going on that I was unaware of, and that was the fallout of things. But now that I have some eyesight issues and I'm one-handed, clutter is really important because I need to know where things are and things need to have a place because then I can find them again. I've only been where I'm living for a year and a half. I moved from a 3-bedroom unit, which felt like a house. There was grass, I could see the street if I didn't want to go outside, and I'm relocated because the rent was too high. It just kept creeping up even though I'd been a good tenant. And I moved from there also because my landlord started to get a bit, let's say a bit handsy and a bit suggestive. So it was safer for me to move. It was time. And I couldn't explain to my own mother how inappropriate he had been, because the way my mother would have dealt with it was completely different to the way I deal with it. And she would have done it in a way that would have been more trouble. So I relocated to an apartment, and it's a smaller apartment, not far away, but it saved me $80 a week. And in some ways I have more independence and other ways I don't. So it's been a bit of give and take, but I'm further away from my supports. I actually rent an NRAS property. It's part of the affordability scheme, and the landlords get, there are all the new builds that are being developed everywhere. There's a certain number of apartments that are allocated to affordability. People on low income, might be single parents, people that just, have to indicate how little money they earn. And I was really lucky to get a property. I didn't get the first property I applied for with them. They're all over the place, so it's not just where I am. There's 7 apartments in the block I'm in, but they're all over the place, and they're usually advertised online in amongst all the other properties, and they'll indicate that it's an NRAS property and that you have to indicate your income. So every year I have to provide my financials so I can continue to be eligible. Knowing that people love you in the world is the most empowering thing, because everybody deserves love. It's the most humane thing we can do for each other, is just love each other. You have to give everything to everybody, but knowing that you are loved means you don't feel alone.